Alright, everybody, welcome to Turn Down for What Trucks. We are at Phoenix tonight. I try to get the volume turned down a little bit here. This is the second race of the season for these guys. These guys are looking to definitely put on a show tonight. A few drivers running pink, either a paint scheme, rims. I think a couple guys actually have suits that are pink as well for breast cancer awareness. So definitely look out for that. I'm trying to see if I can get a co-commentator in here, as I have somebody that is wanting to jump in. Bod, send me a friend request if you get that. I just put it in the chat. Throw that a friend request, and then I'll be able to send you an invite to get in here. But as we get started here, it will be a pretty interesting night. It is Phoenix. Usually this is the championship race in the NASCAR series, but Turn Down for What has it set for the second race of the season. So far, looks like Cole Snyder is currently fastest in practice. Hunter, or as I kept messing up his last name last week, his last name is actually Peach. He's in second. Chad Swatsworth in the one. Monster Truck is in. Actually, it just switched places with Peach. Actually, never mind. Peach just went to the front. So now Shad is third in practice. Pierce is third or fourth in practice. Lehman is fifth in practice. Roberts is sixth in practice. Arnold seventh in practice. Kionis in eighth in practice. Murphy ninth in practice. And Bradley Rivers, who was just in that super late model race, is now currently in 10th in practice. So see if we can get a couple of these guys. Let me see if I can grab somebody real quick and see what they're experiencing on track. Shad, you got a copy? This is Watts in the booth.
Yeah, I got you.
All right, but this is Phoenix, second race of the season in the trucks. Any expectations for tonight, and how is the track feeling so far?
Hopefully a top five. I actually didn't think I'd be that good here, but I'm actually picking it up pretty good. And
You've been bouncing back and forth between
um,
second and third on practice, so
yeah, these guys I think are going out with like half a tank of fuel running a fast lap. But um, yeah, I feel pretty good about it. I don't know what everyone else is complaining about. They're all saying it's really loose or can't come off a full war without spinning it out. I don't know. It feels pretty good to me. I'm right now just trying to work on long run speed. But yeah, I feel pretty confident. If I don't get a top five, I'll probably be pretty disappointed.
gotcha. Well, definitely going to be an interesting race tonight. Definitely hope to see you come up and be in that podium top three at the end of the race. We'll see what it looks like. I might grab you during a caution if there happens to be one. You guys are usually pretty clean with zero caution, so if there happens to be one, I might grab you to see where you're at and how you're feeling about the track. But good luck on the rest of the race, and hopefully, like I said, we'll see you in the top three.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
Brad, you got a copy of the SWATs in the booth. Brad, you got a copy? Bot, is that you?
Yes, sir. That is me.
All right, buddy. Yeah, I'm just trying to. I'm glad you offered to jump in here. I've went an hour and a half talking to myself, so it's nice to actually hear another voice to be able to talk for another hour and a half rather than talking to 3 hours by myself. But appreciate you
Man,
jumping
I
in here.
completely understand that. That and then I'm still pretty good friends with old Benjamin Tyler Lee there and Robert Pierce.
Yeah, they Pierce should be pretty fast tonight. Lee, I think, struggled last week at Daytona, but it is Daytona, so not a huge expectation for anybody to come out and dominate that race. But um, so
you
far,
gotta stay
Phoenix
with
looks
the
pretty good.
tag. Yeah.
Oh, I tried joining to spot on Lee, but I don't have the track, so.
Ah, gotcha. Well, let me see if I can grab another driver real quick, and then we'll have to go right into the anthem. So we'll just grab somebody real quick and talk to him. Let me see. I'll just grab your buddy Lee.
Good.
Lee, you got a copy of this Swats and bot in the booth.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, buddy. You are at Phoenix tonight, second race of the season for Turn Down for what? Any expectations on track, and how is the track feeling so far?
I just basically try to get off a four. That's been my weak point today is trying to get off a four. It's been pretty slick coming off. If I can just hold it on coming off four, I think I might be all right.
All right. Well, Bot, you got any questions for your buddy Lee?
No, just the normal stuff. Make sure you just keep it, going straight. Don't cause too many cautions.
I'm gonna try my best.
Yep. Good luck to you and all your teammates, man.
Appreciate it, man.
All right, I will send you back to the general chat, and then we're gonna jump right into the national anthem and get into where the qualifying is being done and see where everybody's at. Why did it just move? There we go. All right, so I'm gonna hit the national anthem. Yeah, I'll be right back with the anthem.
Right now, make sure market opens early in the morning, and you got to get in while the getting's hot because Rose is moving on the West Coast.
All right, Bud, you there?
Yep, I'm here.
All right, we are back here live from Phoenix. Right now, qualifying is going on. They got about 2 minutes left. Josh Arnold's got a quick spot on the qualifying for the pole. He's been pretty dominant with pole spots, especially last season in Xfinity. Cole Snyder has jumped into second. Chad Swatsworth is third in qualifying so far. Out of the, I think, 18 that have qualified or that are going to qualify for tonight, Murphy is fourth, your last week's winner at Daytona. Millsap fifth, Robert sixth, Matthew seventh, Lee eighth. This track has always been kind of tricky to me. Definitely turn four, like Lee said, is probably going to be the most difficult spot. Turn 1 and 2 is easy because you can take the shortcut, or you can stay up on the track. That turn 3 and 4, where it's real flat and it kind of just really is long to go through there. But turn 4 is definitely the hardest in my opinion, for sure.
I think my hardest corner on this track has always been turn 3 there because it just flattens out and it's so long and you got to wait to get on the gas, and it's just the waiting that always got me, and I always end up spinning out there.
Well, I think that's what everybody's kind of going off of is turn 3 and 4 there, where you kind of roll it in there and you try to wait and wait and wait to get on the fuel or the gas, and then you wind up getting to the gas too early, or guys stab that gas pedal and it just whips the car around. I think that's what Lee was talking about out of turn 3 and 4. That's my hardest spot always is turn 3 and 4. Turn 3, not necessarily because I can get in there and usually roll it, but like you said, you got to wait so long to get on the gas, it seems. And you get a little impatient sometimes and you hit the gas and it just goes around. Or some guys like to just stab that gas pedal and it doesn't work quite so well, especially on iRacing. If you stab the gas pedal, it just wants to spin the tires.
Absolutely, it's the biggest thing that I always had trouble with in asphalt racing. I mainly race dirt on here, where if you stab the gas, you get a little leeway, just a little bit, not much. But you get
Dirt, you
some
want to
there.
be sideways.
Exactly.
Pavement,
On
you do
asphalt,
not.
Not so much.
Unless we're drifting. But it looks like qualifying is going to be ending up with Hunter Peach being the pole sitter. Josh Arnold's going to lose that spot to Hunter, and Josh is going to be second. Commander Griff or Lehman is going to be third. Cole Snyder's going to be fourth. Pierce fifth. Shad Swatsworth sixth. Q-Dog or Kionis is going to be seventh. Franks eighth. Murphy ninth. Mike Allen in the 88 is going to be 10th. Millsap 11th. Roberts 12th. Matthews 13th. I think this name's wrong or something, but it says Tiffany is 14th. Randy Busquet is 15th. Mike Concho 16th. Lee, our buddy from way back, is 17th. The last qualifier who actually came out to qualify. You got Stan Carnathan, Brad Rivers, Pete Ruzick, Papa Bear, and Ayers all did not qualify, so they're starting 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, and 22nd. 22 trucks on track tonight for Phoenix. Turned down for what? There will be 90 laps on this track.
90 laps. That's a pretty good distance there. Gotta still think about tire management for sure.
Yeah, they should. I believe Papa put it out earlier. They were going to have, I believe, 4 sets, 70% on the fuel. So that's going to really hinder some of these guys. I'm hearing a lot of chatter come through. I don't know if something's turned up on the sound.
Yeah, I'm hearing it too from your side.
And I don't know why. But I'm not going to be able to do anything about it right now. So, all right. But yeah, so
What?
26
Yeah,
was
it
pretty good last
might be
week. Arnold was good last week. Led a lot of laps at Daytona. He's usually the super speedway guru that's out front. But Hunter, a new driver, definitely put on a show last week. Murphy put on a show last week, winning the race at Daytona. So this should be an interesting race, as they should be going to green right now. And it's going to be the 26 that leads them into turn 1 and 2.
Yep, there we go.
Hunter's going to take it down into turn 1. Josh Arnold's going to try to carry that momentum. Is going to really pull the momentum through there. Coming right around the outside is going to take the dog leg. Lehman's going to go underneath Hunter and try to get inside of him going into turn 3 and 4. And he does get inside of him, but I don't know if he's going to be able to carry that speed through there.
It's gonna be a tough fit, that's for dang sure.
Nah, he wasn't able to hold it. He wasn't able to get into the gas. Hunter was able to carry that momentum and stay in second. It did allow Cole Snyder to get to the outside of 14 or Lehman and get past him. Now Lehman's back to 4th.
I'm loading up into the actual sim itself now, so I can actually see what's going on. Your stream's a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little behind usually on Discord.
Yep. I just went ahead and bought the track.
Gotcha. Yeah, so far, Josh Arnold out to the lead. Hunter Peach in second. Cole Snyder third. Lehman fourth. Shad Swatsworth fifth. Pierce sixth. Kionis seventh. Murphy eighth. Allen ninth. Millsap 10th. So far, pretty clean race. These guys usually are really clean drivers. They usually don't have very many cautions, if any. Last year in this Xfinity Season 1, they went on like a 4 or 5 race streak of 0 cautions. So a lot of those drivers from the Xfinity Series have dropped down to the Truck Series and are still running the Xfinity Series on Tuesdays. But these guys are putting on a show in the trucks. A lot of the guys who are pretty dominant in Xfinity have been the guys up front, but there's a lot of new faces that are definitely showing some real skill. The 26 of Hunter is one of them. Murphy is another one. Murphy wound up winning last week, and the 26 I think brought it home fourth I think last week. So definitely pretty fast new guys.
Yeah, I'm all loaded in here. It seems like we're pretty much single file going into turn 1 there.
Yeah, they're pretty single file for a while now. They're really just getting single file and getting stretched out. Like I said, no cautions. Looks like the 69 might have had an issue early on. He's fallen off track a little bit. We can try to look at him real quick and see if he has any damage. It just doesn't sound like he's... Oh, he is moving it, I guess, the right speed. But I don't see any damage on his truck, so he might have just fallen off and tried to not be in any of the incidents at the start. So
It's very possible. I know a lot of people who do that. League racing's a little bit different. Incident points don't count as much, but still, then it's still fun to race hard no matter what you're doing.
he did just run 125 laps in a super late model track. So
He might be just a
he-
little bit worn out if he
Yeah.
had one of those direct drive wheels.
he might be
That's
taking a little bit of
especially
a break.
after Martinsville.
Yeah, he might be taking a little bit of a break on the forearms
I know.
before he really gets going. So
I know for me, I only have a Logitech G920, but even after I race a long race with it, because I have my force feedback up pretty high, I need a little break for a second. Just let my arms recuperate.
yeah, I have the Thrustmaster Pro, and I have mine usually set somewhere between 15 and 25. Usually after I hit the auto button to see how much force feedback it's actually going to give me. But there's definitely some tracks where you're putting a lot of wheel into it and really having to turn it, and the force feedback's really kicking on the forearms. That after a long race, it definitely you can definitely feel it for sure. So running those super late models, I'm sure he's got some arm pump going on, but the one is trying to get underneath that 14.
Yeah, let's see if the one can get under him, but it looks like he lost a little ground, decided to back off, not risk it so early.
He's running that U.S. Army paint scheme tonight. Usually he runs the Monster Energy paint scheme, but decided to go with the Go Army tonight. I know there's a few different drivers out there, the Cold Dog Racing guys. Also, I can't think of the name that Lehman said his was. I think it's Checkmate Racing. But they're all running pink rims for breast cancer awareness. Some guys are running pink paint schemes. Some guys are running, I think, pink driver suits or pink helmets. But I know Cold Dog Racing keeps saying that they're not one team with Checkmate Racing, but they're both doing identical stuff with their rims. So, and they were all kind of friends and helping each other at Daytona. So,
Yeah,
not
they
really
put
helping
me
each
on
other with that.
hang out a little bit. It looks like the 26 trying to put a move on Arnold up front. Doesn't look like he can keep it held off. Let's see if he can get him here in turns 2.
Yeah, Arnold's usually pretty fast. He's been running in the NNR series for trucks, so he should be pretty well versed with trucks after running almost a full season over there. Actually won a race over there. Won 2 or 3 races in the Xfinity season last season for Turn Down for What. So he's usually pretty good. He's usually one of those dominant guys on the console side, or used to be when we were all on console, but now really none of us are on console. We've all jumped ship and went to iRacing, so he's kind of hit the ground running over here on iRacing and has jumped up, I think, 4 wins. So
That's awesome. I mean, that's kind of what we all did. We all on Xbox there for a long time, but as soon as some people started jumping ship, I think we all pretty much went to iRacing.
yeah, a lot of people started buying computers and building computers and stuff like that once COVID was getting ready to start. I had an idea to build one before COVID started, but really went into the building process once COVID was starting. And luckily, I got my computer built before the prices got really jacked up and went double what the parts, or sometimes triple what the parts were actually being looked at before.
I actually, it was right as COVID was hitting is when I ordered all of my parts, right before the graphics card and everything just skyrocketed. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, my graphics card is about I think it's like 199 or 179 or something like that. And if I go currently and look on Amazon where I bought it from, it is currently running about $700 to $900.
Yep.
So the industry definitely has jacked those prices up, but
Most definitely.
good thing most of us got over here on iRacing when we did. Ooh, the 14's going around with the 99. That's definitely going to bring out a caution.
Snyder got up under Lehman right there at the end of the front stretch, and I don't know if Lehman was trying to come down to block or what happened. But Snyder definitely got into him. He just had a run. If he stepped out too late.
Actually, I don't think Lehman came down. I think. Let me get a little closer on this one. It's so quick. I don't know if Lehman actually turned or if Cole didn't turn and just stayed in him.
I think I'm gonna chalk it up to what looks to me like a little bit of a racing incident. He had a run, tried to take it, maybe just a tad bit too late as Lehman was turning in, and just kind of caught his quarter panel.
I don't think he was expecting Lehman to turn in as quickly as he was turning in. I don't know if he was throwing a block. I think he was just getting ready and set up for the turn, and I don't think Cole was thinking Lehman was going to turn in like he did. So he wasn't ready for it and just stayed straight into him.
Absolutely. That's all. Everybody's making their first pit stops here.
Yeah, Lehman's definitely going to have to repair some damage. They do have one quick repair here, and they should, like I said, 4 sets of tires, 70% on the fuel. So our fuel run should be somewhere in the 30 to 45 for the race. But, yeah, I think Lehman's going to definitely have to have some repair done. Snyder's going to have some repair done. And I'm sure a lot of them are going to get tires here. 18 laps into the race seems a little early for me to use tires, but I mean, if you run another 18 laps, that's 36, 37 with a caution lap, so I think you're kind of stuck.
Four sets?
Yeah,
right.
For 90 laps, so.
For 90 laps, I mean, that's well under, let's see, 90.
Yeah, I would think you'd use 3 at the very most and then have 1 extra set.
It's about 20-something laps apiece for each run if you use all 4 sets.
Yeah, let me go back and see what he said. So 4 sets of tires, 70% fuel, 1 fast repair, double file from the start, single file restarts. So we'll see. I guess they're doing single file restarts.
Oh, well, they did have I think, a fairly good opening 18-lap run.
Yeah, even though they were double file to start, so I don't know if they'll continue to go to single file or if he'll wait to see if more cautions get bred. As they always say, cautions breed cautions, but
looks like they're on 1 to go right now anyway, and they're all doubling up, so
all right.
Looks like they might have changed it back to double file here. I think it makes for more exciting racing. Especially.
If you start having a caution fest, I understand going single file, but until that really starts happening, and like I said, these guys, they've been pretty much. I don't think they've had a race over 5 cautions since like the first couple races that they ever did in Xfinity on iRacing in season 1. Since then, they've been pretty much under 5 cautions, and then, like I said, the last 8 races of the first season, I think they went 4 in a row without any cautions. But we're going to see Pierce on the inside of Arnold. Pierce is going to get a good jump. Arnold's a little bit slow on that restart. 26 looks like he might be able to get underneath the 22 going into the turn 1 and 2.
Looks like we have a quick mover here, too. 18 laps in the race. Lee's up from 17th up to 9th.
Yeah, it's definitely a quick move. I think he's the biggest mover so far. Millsap jumped from 11th to 6th, but Lee has jumped 8 positions. Mike Honcho right behind Lee has jumped 6 positions. He's followed him up through. Pete Ruzick started 20th. Actually, he's the biggest mover. He's up 8 positions. He's up to 12th. Carnathan's up 5 positions. So all the guys who did not qualify or qualified in the back are starting to come through the middle of the field. I am noticing that 88 paint scheme out here, so let's see, because last week at Daytona he was running for a special group, and he got wrecked within like the first 5 laps of Daytona's race, so they really didn't get to see this paint scheme a whole lot. So let me try to focus in on it for a little bit here, maybe a lap or 2, and we'll catch Mike going around. I don't know if any of the women that were out there watching for Mike last week, if they're out there watching now.
Oh, big wreck going to
Oh,
turn one. I don't know who that is. They're
it's
really
Mike
sideways.
and that's Mike Allen and Millsap. I don't know if we jump back
It doesn't
real
look
quick.
like the caution is out. It doesn't look like the caution's out, or is it?
Yeah, it's out.
Okay, I hear him slowing down now.
So
there it is.
Mike Allen went underneath Millsap, but Mike tried to go back out. It looked like he kind of swung out a little bit to try to make that turn, and Millsap was there, and he caught him right in the left rear, and he went around.
Hey, that was a good save, though. He kept it out of the wall.
Yeah, he drifted that whole corner.
Those are actually some excellent
Yeah.
driving. Very good save. Kept it out of the wall. Good for more laps of green flag racing right there.
I think Mike Allen might have some damage on his hood from the front, though. Front bumper, front fender. It's not too bad, but you can definitely tell it's got some scratches on it, but not going to be too much for him.
Yeah, it doesn't have much from my screen here. So, I think forgot who was the other guy?
Millsap and Allen.
Millsap, 19.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Millsap got the worst end of that for sure.
Oh, definitely. I did see that Pete Ruzick definitely scratched the wall a little bit as he was trying to go around Millsap, who was drifting there. So he might have a little bit of scrape down the right side, but not too bad. I seen some sparks flying off the car as he was going around Millsap. So he might have a little bit of scrapage down that right side, but shouldn't be too much of an effect on him. But as of right now, Pierce is out front in that 3 truck. I don't remember seeing Pierce out here before. I don't remember seeing the 3 truck on track last week at Daytona. So this may be a new face, new driver for Turn Down for What, and he is out here leading his first laps in his first race over a pretty strong vet in Josh Arnold in that 22 Pennzoil.
Yeah, look, and they always say, you know, beginner's luck. So let's see. I know Pierce is a pretty good driver himself anyway. I know he sticks to mainly midgets and sprint cars, but you can always get over on asphalt sometimes.
Yeah, I see Shad has moved up to 3rd. Hunter has fallen to 4th. Kionis is up to 5th. Mike Allen is up to 6th with that spin with Millsap. Murphy's back to 7th. Lee has jumped to 8th. Honcho's up to 9th. Ruzek's 10th. Matthews 11th. Carnathan 12th. Roberts 13th. Tiffany 14th. Rivers 15th. Frank 16th. Busquets 17th. Papa Bears 18th. Lehman in the early crash is back to 19th. Millsap, who was just spun there, is 20th. And Cole Snyder, who was in that early incident with Lehman, is back to 21st. That could be because they just pitted and repaired more damage. I know Cole still had that damage on the back left side of his bumper.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it anymore from here.
Yeah, I think he came down pit road and
uses
stayed on
this.
pit for a while.
Like we're about to go back green flag racing. There we go. Pierce gets a good jump going in here in turn 1.
Yeah, Arnold's going to try to fight back on the outside. He got a really great run on that first restart, but he's carrying the speed through there, but he's not able to get down to the dogleg. He's going to try it. Ooh, that was close.
Get bumped there a little bit.
Yeah, I think that surprised him that the 3 did not take the dogleg like the 22 was thinking.
He has a great run on the outside coming down here to the front stretch.
Yeah, Shad's going to try to follow him through on the outside as well. Going to try to get that momentum on the outside and then go down the dogleg. We'll see if Arnold's able to make the dogleg this time or if the 3 holds him up. 3's not really taking the dogleg. Shad takes the dogleg, gets underneath the 3 truck. Another caution out.
43 is around.
So that's kind of an incident of the 5 was down low, did not take the dogleg, and I think the 43 thought he was going to take the dogleg and came down and just didn't use his mirror or look out the window and see if the 5 was still there, and just came together. So
A little bit of a not paying attention bug right there.
yeah. Yeah, the big thing is a lot of guys think everybody's going to take that dog leg, but a lot of guys don't like taking a dog leg because it actually hurts your tires more to use the dog leg coming down off the banking and then going onto the flat and then coming back up on it.
Absolutely, and it's violent in these trucks. And I mean, a lot of people who've ridden in our everyday car don't understand if they've never been in a race car that it's not nice and comfy in there. It's very rough. Doesn't take bumps very well. See here, looks like we're still on 2 to go. Lights are still on the pace truck, so I think this is our third caution, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that 22 being out front's a normal thing. That 1 is going to definitely try to get underneath that 22. The 3 got moved back to 3rd, though, on that restart, so Hunter's back there in 4th. The 98 of Enrique Quinones is back there in 5th. Mike Allen up to 6th in that pink Warrior truck. And last week's winner, Daytona Murphy, in the 21 back there in 6th. Or in 7th, sorry. "30 laps in, 60 laps to go tonight at Phoenix for Turn Down for What trucks. Every Sunday they will be going on. Majority of these races I will be broadcasting, except for about 2 or 3 weeks of it, due to my wedding being one of these next couple weekends, and then honeymoon weekend, and then a little bit after that I have a weekend that I won't be doing as well because I'll be up in Pennsylvania for hunting season. So at least 3 weekends there I will not be broadcasting. I'm not sure who will be broadcasting. I know there's been some talk about either Rick James doing it or Top Esports doing it, but I'm not exactly sure who's going to be the replacement for me for those races, but we'll find out here shortly. But I'll be here for at least the next weekend, and then the following weekend is my wedding weekend, so I will not be here the 2 weeks after that.
Well, congratulations, man. I didn't know that, but they're getting ready to go green here.
Appreciate
rolling
it.
down the front stretch.
Yeah, truck's going to duck onto pit road, and Josh Arnold's going to lead him in the restart box. Shag gets a great jump with Josh Arnold, doesn't let him get the giant lead like he has been. Shad actually beat him to the finish line, so I don't know if that's going to be a penalty or but both of them jumped in the restart box at the same time, so I don't think Josh got through the gears as fast as Shad did. But Shad has now pulled the lead through the dog leg.
Absolutely, I'll give that. That's a great restart. We don't know if you got a black flag or anything like that, but I guess we'll see here a little later on if it shows up.
I don't see his voice box popping up for push to talk, so I don't think anybody's talking to him about a black flag, or he hasn't called out that he has a black flag, and I don't hear anybody talking about anything going on back there. So I am noticing that the 8 is going really slow and has been pushing on his button, so let me jump back and see if something happened to him. No, doesn't appear. But Shad Swatsworth is out front by about a half second over Josh Arnold, who is under fire from Pierce in the 3 truck. And then we have 4th is Hunter Peach. Mike Honcho has jumped to 5th. Enrique Quinones is 6th. NNR Lee that we know of is 7th. Mike Allen 8th.
Yeah, Lee's moved up 10 positions since the start of the race.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. Lee said he really wasn't very good at asphalt. He always says he always does dirt. He's really good at dirt.
All we do is dirt.
Yeah, so I'm
he's
kind
a
of surprised to
damn
see him
good
jumping
late
up this
model
fast.
He's a damn good super late model driver, that's for sure.
Well, Shad Swadsworth has taken the early lead from the restart. He is trying to build up on his lead. He is almost up to a full second over Josh Arnold in second in that 22 Pennzoil truck. But this one U.S. Army truck, which is actually one of my drivers over on the Xfinity side in the KS Gaming team. So Shad and Matt Boone, or otherwise known as Bowling, are on my team on the Xfinity side. So good to see one of my drivers doing well in the truck series.
Absolutely. I mean, it looks he's got a very, very fast short run truck. We haven't had that great of a green flag run yet. And see what they all do in the long run. See if Arnold can reel him back in over time.
Yeah, 18 has been the max for the green run so far, and they are on 20 lap old tires. I said earlier I thought the fuel run or tire run for strategy would be somewhere between 30 and 45 laps. They have 53 to go. So they're going to have to pit for sure one more time. If they can run 40 laps, that would put them right around 58 to 59 laps into the race, which puts them 32 to go. So that would be enough. So you probably see them come down between 35 and 45.
Yeah, you just really have to conserve them tires until then. See what they can do in the long run. But it looks Mike Honcho's actually the next, is now the quick mover. He's started 16th and he's up to 5th.
He's up 11 spots, so he's moving through the field pretty quickly. As we go back through the field, Josh Arnold in second, Pierce in third, Hunter in fourth. Fifth is going to be Mike Honcho, so let's jump to Mike in that 37 Duluth truck. Sixth is going to be Murphy in that 21 quick lane truck. 7 is going to be the 98 of Enrique Quiones in the Box Cave Cold Dog Racing truck. 8th is going to be Lee, and I don't know what Lee is driving. Can't really tell what kind of paint scheme it is. XRB? I don't know what. Oh, it's Expert Racing. He's got Expert Racing on the side of his truck.
Yeah, that's one of the things I got to work on. We're going to make him a paint scheme. We just had a
Oh,
caution.
got a caution.
Something
15.
happened with...
15's got some major damage.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
I think that's a 15 and the 88. So 15 tried to go in the corner. It looks like he caught the back right corner of Mike Allen. That could have been a little bit of net code because it looks like it threw the truck kind of wonky going into the corner, and he just wasn't able to control it, and it went around on him. But he's got some major damage. I don't know if he actually hit anybody else. Let's see.
No, he just got rear-ended by Carnathan here.
So, yeah, the 35 got some damage from that.
Yeah,
So that would be, is that the Tiffany that I saw before? Yeah. I'm hoping that's the driver's last name and not the first name, and I'm calling it a guy, and it could possibly be a girl. I don't know. So...
That's one of the things you
yeah,
don't know.
it's the naming conventions on here don't really tell me a whole lot. I kind of wish, and I'll have to talk to Papa Bear about it, going in and putting people's first initial or something in front of their names, because I know like Papa Bear's obviously is not, his name is not Papa Bear, it's his nickname.
Yeah.
But that's his name in the results order for my running order right here. So I'll have to get him to try to put first names in there or first initials or something in front of the last names.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so right now, lead is still being done or being run by Shad Swatsworth in that one truck in the Toyota. Josh Arnold's still in second in a Ford. Pierce is in a Chevy, and he is in third. Hunter Peach is in a Chevy. He is fourth. Mike Honcho is in a Ford, and he is fifth. So as of right now, the top 10 consists of 5 Chevys and 4 Fords and 1 Toyota. And actually, as I look through the field, Shad is the alone Toyota in the entire field. So he's kind of sticking it to the rest of the manufacturers being the only Toyota, and he is leading the race.
So you mentioned all opening season of hunting. So what are you going hunting for? What's your
Deer season.
disease? Well, I know that. I know that. I'm an avid hunter myself.
It's deer season in Pennsylvania, so I'll be headed up the day or Thanksgiving night late or early Friday morning after Thanksgiving to head up. I've got a stand about 8 by 8, 15 feet in the air. in a field that we have planted all kinds of different food plots in. It's property that we've had in the family for a long time. I hunt one section of it. My brother, who's now leading the race, hunts one section of it. My grandfather hunts a section of it. My dad hunts a section of it. My little brother hunts with my grandfather, so he's eventually going to probably hunt a section of it as well. And then we have a buddy that also hunts a little section of it as well. So we put in a lot of different work to the fields and things like that to bring in a lot of different food plots, a lot of different vegetation and food for the deer and the turkey and things like that we hunt that come in. And we got like turnips, corn, oats, winter peas, beets, lettuce, sugar peas, clover patches, all kinds of different things. So
Man, it sounds like a good thing.
yeah, we
Oh,
have
MK
close to
Gaming-
about 300
MK
acres.
Gaming commented here. It's Brian Tiffany.
Ah, Brian Tiffin, okay.
Thanks for that information there, MK.
Appreciate that, Mike.
Yeah, I know. But I know I got 140-ish acres of family land. We got 7 or 8 stands on there. Just we mainly keep corn there year round because there's not much room to grow because it's on a rocky hillside. But
Gotcha.
some of the biggest bucks I've ever seen has come through there.
Yeah, Shad's been the lucky one on the property to get the biggest ones, and he doesn't let us forget it. So, but they're gonna
That's
go
how
green
that
here.
works.
Truck's gonna duck off into the pit road. Shad's gonna go green. He's gonna get a good start. The 3's gonna be on the inside of him. I guess the 3 actually came out with the lead somehow there. But Shad's gonna try to carry the momentum on the outside. Josh Arnold's working on the inside of the 9, taking the dog leg. He's gonna try to get underneath Shad and the 3. I don't think he's gonna make either one of them. That 9's fighting back on the outside though. Who's in the 9? Oh, it's Joshua Franks. That would be
Franks.
Expert Racing.
Like Shad's gonna get the lead here on the front stretch.
Yeah,
Single
Shad's figured
file.
out how to carry the momentum through 3 and 4 on that outside line. He's not running the bottom line, he's running the second groove. And he's rolling through the corner, and then he's carrying the momentum out of the corner, and it's not getting loose on him, it's not getting tight on him. He's able to pull that momentum straight through the corner and then have a huge run down the front stretch to 1 and 2.
Yeah, it's a great line that he's been taking. I think it's been to his advantage this race so far.
Well, he does run Tuesdays for turn down for what Xfinity, so this is going to be some good practice for him going into the Xfinity race. Majority of these guys, Shad, Josh Arnold, Franks, Peach, Murphy, Kionis, Lehman, Allen, Millsap, Papa Bear, Carnathan, Honcho, and I don't think there's anybody else, all run Tuesdays for Xfinity. So these guys are getting in some practice and trying to gain as many points as they can for this truck season, try to have a 2-time champion for the 2 seasons. Last season, Xfinity winner was Jordan Bain, or otherwise known on the console side, Boehner.
I remember him. Raced quite a few races with him.
Yeah, he's fast as can be on the console side, and he has not slowed down one bit on the iRacing side.
Well, if it's in your blood, it's in your blood.
Yeah. Looks like another caution coming out. Looks like the 15, 71, and 29 are slow.
Here.
Ooh, somebody was flipping down that road.
It looks like the 71 got loose off of turn 3 and just gave some people nowhere to go. Gave the 8 nowhere to go.
Yeah, 71
kinda
he
there.
dropped down to that line, and when you drop down to that paint and you come off of it, the tires want to spin. So you got to kind of stay off the painted line coming out of 3 and 4, because that line, it just for some reason spins the tires the second you come off of it. You think it spin on the paint, but the second you come off of it and you're on the gas, it wants to spin those tires. So yeah, he got loose, came around, kind of blocked up the track, didn't really have anywhere to go for the 15 and whoever else that was.
I think it looks like the 15 just may have saw the accident happening and tapped the brakes and got loose, but didn't look like he touched anybody. He just took a hard left into the front stretch wall there.
Somebody was flipping
like
down there.
I think it was the 71 that was flipping. Papa Bear.
Oh no, it was 15.
Oh,
So the
okay, well,
15 did not get involved in the 71's wreck. The 71 got loose out in front of him, and then the 15 got loose in the same spot, but was behind him. And when he came across track, he hit the inside wall, went back out to the outside wall, and that 29 had nowhere to go and hit him right in the door as he hit the outside wall. And he completely flipped the truck and landed back on all four tires and rolled to the inside wall. But it looks like he is on pit road along with the 71, the 151, the 29, the 8, and the 9. And it looks like, do we have our first casualty? The 15,
going
I
as
don't think
good
he
with-
hit the fast repair.
I don't think I don't know if he has either, but if he hasn't used it, he should probably use it now.
Yeah, 15, 29, 71 are still on pit road. 71's moving now, but he ain't going to get out in front of that pace car, I don't think. Or pace truck. He might, actually. Never mind.
It's gonna be.
He's going to
real
barely make it if
close.
he does. Oh, I don't think he's going to make it.
Mile Lightning McQueen.
Did he
get
make
out of
it?
there. Go, 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 go,
I think
go.
he might have made it.
I think
He might have made it by an inch, but it was close. The
It was
29 or the
very
15 did
close.
not make it out, so he's going to start in the back of the field, one lap down. Actually, 3 laps down, sorry. The 29 is still on pit road, and he is scored right now 3 laps down. Actually,
What?
the 79 is, or 71 did not make it. He is slowed
That
back
messed
down
up.
and going to the back. He will be 1 lap down. I knew it was close, but I wasn't sure if he made it or not. But
I wasn't either, but
the way he
I
took
will
off,
tell
though,
you,
I
man.
thought he made it.
exactly. That's the same thing I thought. I wonder what happened to Pearson then. Looks like, I don't know if they had a trouble on pit road or something. Had to use a, because they've already used their quick repair, they fell all the way back to 14th.
I don't remember seeing the entire field come down pit road, so I think he pitted on his own. Everybody else has 12-lap old tires. Pierce has 3-lap old tires. So 14th, 15th, 16th, and 17th all pitted. Everybody else has not pitted. So Pierce, Franks, Ruzick, and Lee all pitted together.
And they should all probably be on their last set of tires now.
4 sets, so 1 set to start, 3 extra sets. If they pitted the second time, they might have, or the third time, they may have 1 more set. And they have 37 to go. So they should be in the green on fuel and tires and still have 1 set. A lot of these guys will have 2 or 3 sets left because I don't think any of them have really pitted more than once or twice, especially the front guys. Shad and Josh are coming off turn 3 and 4. They are going to go into the restart box. Shad's going to be leading them down it. Gets a great jump.
Great jump.
Josh's got a great jump too, though. He was just a little bit behind on where Shad jumped, and he's going to fall in behind him. He's going to try to battle it out with him. We haven't had a whole lot of changing going on in the front people here. Shad's been up here in the top 5 all night. Josh Arnold's been in the top 5 all night. Hunter's been in the top 5. Murphy, Lehman was in the top 5 and then fell out and now is back. He's 4th with the damage still on the hood. Pierce is already moving through the field. He's up to 12th.
Yeah, he's looking like he's moving back up on them fresher tires. He's probably got a little bit more grip and speed than some of the guys still out here.
Yeah, Lee did not follow him through. He started 17th, still 17th, so.
They do have a lot of great 2-wide races right here in the back right now. I mean, Lee and Rusick were door to door coming off 3. Or coming off of 4, I mean. .43 kiss to the wall going into turn. I think this is 3 right here. Guess what? Yeah. Going into turn 3. Oh, big wreck on the front stretch. 151 of
151,
Lee.
yeah. So that was Lee
Oh.
back there in the back. Got tangled up with somebody.
The 37 got loose coming off
Oh,
a 4.
yeah.
Just hooked it up into
Oh,
Lee.
somebody
He
barrel
didn't
rolled down
quite
there.
make it. Look, it looks like
I
the
think that was a 5 barrel
the
rolled.
5 of Matthews was barrel rolling.
So the
Lee,
5
he
was really
couldn't
slow
quite-
there. And I don't know if that was what really caused that, but he was really slow, and Lee got in there and went really fast through the corner. The 37 got loose, swerved, tried to correct it, and came right back across the track, right into the back bumper of Lee. And then the 5 had
couldn't
nowhere
quite
to go
squeeze
and
through.
just barrel rolled down the front stretch. So that's the 37 5, 15, 151, all
Great
involved
grip
in that
there.
one. This is kind of helping these leaders, though, because they haven't pit in 17 laps. There's 32 to go, and here they come. Ooh, actually, they all bailed on Shad and let him come pit by himself. Josh Arnold acted like he was going to come down pit road and swerved back out, and the rest followed him. So only Shad coming down from the top 5. But that's going to put four fresh tires and enough fuel to finish the race in Shad's tank. I don't know if the rest of them can go the rest of the distance on 18 laps already, 31 to go. That's a lot of laps. I don't think that's going to be possible for them to 18, 31. So yeah, 49.
It looks like the 71 of Papa Bear got the lucky dog there. He's gonna wave around. Put you back on the lead lap.
I don't know what's going to happen here because that's a lot of laps. That's 50 laps on the tires and fuel if they don't pit again. Now, they could wait, which is really going to hurt Shad because if they wait and another caution comes out, they all pit, take 4 fresh tires, and Shad comes back to the front, he's going to be on old tires, and they're all going to be on fresh tires.
Yep.
Shad needed a few of them to come down with him, and they all bailed. Now, granted, the front 3, who are actually front 5, are all, even though they say they're not part of one group, that's 2 different groups. You got Kodog Racing and you got Checkmate Racing. They all are friends, all are talking to each other, so that's kind of, I don't know. Shad kind of was out on an island by himself there with 5 guys who aren't teammates but are friends. So as soon as they all seen Arnold bail out on Shad and let Shad go down pit road, I'm not surprised to see the other 4 follow Arnold. Shad was a lone guy up there by himself, basically fighting 5 guys who essentially are 2 separate teams but are working together. So that's a tough one for Shad, but I mean, it is what it is. He's kind of stuck with that one.
Yeah, well, so let's see if he works his way back up to the field. I'm sure that he will.
Yeah, I mean, he's been fast. It's just, the problem is if you get stuck back here with the guys that have been having issues or are slower and are going to be on old tires, that's when accidents happen. So we've seen accidents happening here in the back half of the field. That's when you don't want to get caught up in this mess. You go back to the hornet's nest, you usually get stung.
We're 1 to go here. Let's see how Arnold and how do you say his last name? The 26.
Peach.
Peach.
Yeah, he goes by
Arnold
Hunter.
Peach. Well, I like Peach. I like Hunter. Whatever you want to be called, man. So, but let's see how Peach can get a good old run up off of here. On the
I
cart.
like peaches. I gotcha.
Yep.
So Hunter's going to start on the outside of Josh Arnold. Josh is going to get a great start with Lehman right behind him, almost on his bumper. Murphy's trying to push Hunter as well, but Hunter, I think, is going to carry the momentum on Lehman. But Lehman's got to duck down on that dog leg, but he follows Arnold, so he should be able to clear Hunter coming into turn 3 and 4. Oh, and Murphy's loose.
Around.
Oh, that's a big one.
That was a very big one.
And did Shad make it through there?
Exactly what Shad didn't need.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. When you go back
The
into this
3
backpack,
wide
you're gonna get
going
stung.
Turn 3. Pierce, you had to get hard on the brakes, got around, and the 9 just kind of ran through him.
Oh, and I don't think Shad made it through there
Yeah.
without getting anything.
Shad got tapped on the right side by the 9 as he came around. He almost missed all of it.
So that's the problem with going to the back of the field alone. You're gonna have to try to come through the hornet's nest, and
Looks
unfortunately, the one got stung there.
That 21 of Murphy's smoking really bad, and he's got some severe left rear bumper damage.
Well, luckily they do have one fast repair, so I don't think Murphy's been involved in anything. So I think he's just gonna come down pit road, get a fast repair, 27 laps to go, and really hope that he doesn't get involved in anything else. But like I keep saying, when you go to the back half of this field, these guys are fighting hard to try to get to the front, and that's when mistakes happen. And I've always heard it as the hornet's nest, and every time you go back there, it's just an eventual waiting game. If you mess with that hornet's nest enough, you get stung. So I think that's kind of the problem. And I mean, I called it for Shad going back there, being left out, but
it looks like Shad didn't pit there, so
I think he's probably counting on another caution.
He's up to 6th. Let's see if there's no other caution. He should still have fairly fresh tires compared to the other guys. So
He's definitely going to have damage on that right side of that truck because that 9 spun right into his door. Let me see if I can get a view on him. So he has front left fender damage, hood damage, front bumper damage, right fender damage, and door damage and right rear damage. So he's definitely got some damage going on. But I think he's counting on another caution, come down, use that fast repair, and then be good to go the rest of the way.
Is it Randy Murphy? Is his name?
I don't know what his first name is, but I know it's Murphy for the last name. That would be the 21 truck.
Well, Joker Rage 413 commented on your stream here. It says Randy here, no more fast repair, 42 minutes of damage. Not too good, but I did my
wow.
best. 42 minutes of damage.
Oh, no,
is a
that's
little
Randy
bit, but-
Bousquet. That's the 29 truck.
Well, that's a tough break there, Randy.
Yeah, that's the 29 truck that was involved with the 15 earlier that was flipping down the track. So that's a tough break, Randy. That's the back half of this field is, like I keep saying, the hornet's nest. So got to figure out a way to get out of those back half of the field races and try to get up towards the front, buddy. I know you're working hard and trying to get as much practice and time as you can. And it's just it's a nature of the game, I guess.
So we got Swatson 6th, Pearson 7th, Jonas in 8th, Tiffany in 9th, and Papa Bear running out of the top 10. But up front, it's still Arnold, Lehman, Peach, Millsap, and Allen. Allen's worked his way back up the field after getting involved.
So they're on one lap to green, and they're single file.
Looks like we're about to probably go single file.
Yeah, that's.
Well,
I don't know if that's going to help Shad, though, because
I don't know if
that's going to be hard to make it through 5-6 guys to get through there like that. But I think it's going to help Josh Arnold and Lehman for sure. Arnold's going to be able to take this restart whenever he wants and then be able to lead everybody down the corner. He says, oh, God, look at the jump he gets. Lehman was not ready on that one. Oh, and they're wrecking back there. Murphy, 43, 69, all going around back there. I think somebody spun the tires on that.
Yeah, looks like, I don't know, there's a bunch of checking up. Papa Bear. I don't know if somebody just didn't get on the gas.
Papa Bear didn't get on the gas. So from the looks of it, we go back and watch here. It looks like Papa Bear spins the tires or does not get on the gas or skips a gear. And the 43 does not realize that and runs him over going through the front stretch. And it turns Papa right into the wall and backs up the whole rest of the field. Even though they're single file, nobody can go anywhere because a sideways truck and another one a little bit diagonally on track. It just blocks that whole front stretch up, and that caused at least 5 trucks to be involved in that one.
Oh, Randy, it sucks your your teammate took you out. Well, you have to go get him back in next practice session, won't you? So one of the benefits of iRacing, you can crash some stuff and not have to worry about it.
Yeah, this track here is really tricky. I've noticed some races you can have 1 caution, some races you end up with like 10. Like I said, these guys here usually run 0 to 3 cautions per race. Like I said, last season in Xfinity, a lot of these drivers were in it. They had 4 or 5 races where they had 0 cautions through the entire races. But there are a bunch of guys in this truck series that were not part of that Xfinity series, so they're not used to driving around each other. This is only the 2nd race of the season. Daytona doesn't really give you a full reach of how guys drive, their skill levels, things like that, because it's pretty much push the pedal to the floor and try to zigzag through the field. But these other tracks where you got to be on the skill level to where you got to be able to rotate through the corner, you got to be able to let off, you got to be able to brake, you got to be able to not stab that gas pedal, you got to be able to figure out how to get around on certain positions or give a bump and run. Those type of technical tracks, Phoenix is for sure one of those technical tracks. So I mean, 8 cautions really isn't that bad for Phoenix, I feel like. Especially with half the field not knowing each other.
Because every single corner here is different.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's one of the reasons that it makes it such a technical track.
Yeah. I mean, I've kind of liked that they use it as a championship race in NASCAR, but I kind of don't like it at the same time. Because I feel like it is such a difficult track with so many different technical variations to it that it makes it so difficult. But then I like that it's difficult. So I'm kind of 50-50 on it being used as a championship race.
That's fair. I mean, I don't know how I really feel about it. I also don't really care that much.
Yeah. I mean, I always liked Charlotte being the championship race, or Miami, or I think a long time ago it was Texas for a little while. Things like that. Those tracks to me are just, 1, 2, 3 lane, different variations of making passes, things like that. This one's real technical, trying to make passes and things like that. It's kind of like, to me, it's kind of like Martinsville and Richmond, where it's 1 lane essentially, but you can try to make a 2nd lane work, but you got to have massive luck and skill to be able to pull off those passes and hope that the guy can hold the bottom that's underneath you.
Absolutely. I mean, all it's really going to take is get on the gas just a little bit too early to spin those tires that are coming out of 4. Turn it around right into the guy on your outside.
Yeah, Mike's out there in chat saying Tuesday will be a lot cleaner. That's for sure. I think Tuesday will be a lot cleaner, especially with a lot of the guys who were in Season 1 being here. But we have 19 to go. Pace Truck's going to duck on into pit road, and Josh Arnold's going to lead him through the restart zone with Lehman right behind him. Arnold gets a great jump again, and Lehman's a little bit slower, but he's a little bit faster this time on the restart. He was still slow, but not as slow as he was that last restart. Hunter's going to be right behind Lehman as well.
Shad's already taken away that 5th spot from Allen. Looks like he's trying to put a move on Millsap right now.
Should be Hunter. Oh, well, no, it is Millsap. Millsap's 4th. Arnold's just counting the laps down, hoping these laps get out of here so he can take the victory. But I think Lehman should still be there. They're all on the same sets of tires except for Shad. Shad's on that 15 lap old set, and all these guys are on 32 or 33 lap old tires. So he's got a 15, almost 20 lap advantage on tires. But he does have the damage. So what advantage he has on tires, I think he has a disadvantage for the damage he's running, because he has not fixed that truck with a big giant hole in the hood and fender damage.
Yeah, but look, it's hurting him any right now. Seems to still be pulling away from the pack.
Yeah, this group back here is really stacked together. You got the 19, the 1, the 88, the 3, the 69. Who else is that? The 98. And there's a couple more trucks in there. They're all stacked in here. The front 3 have kind of pulled away. Oh, it's the 21 and the 43 there as well.
37 slow here on the outside. Let's see if he's going to cause any problems.
I think he's probably just going to give everybody the inside of him. He's multiple laps down. He's 3 laps down, so he's just going to clear out of the way, which is super respectful for Mike Honcho, just to clear out of the way and let all the lead lap guys go that are fighting for position.
Absolutely.
I hate when a lap down car like that gets in the way and blocks, or, you know, tries to fight you, and I'm like, I'm not even the leader, but we're halfway into the pack. Why are you fighting me? You're 3 laps down. I'm trying to get to the next guy, so I have super respect for people that move out of the way like that.
Absolutely. It shows great sportsmanship.
Absolutely. Mike Honcho definitely has that. From the console side over to the iRacing side, he's usually one of the more respectful guys on track, for track respect and off the track respect.
Kind of single filing out now back here, that big pack that was together.
Yeah, back up front though, the 14 and 26 are running down Arnold. He got out to a little bit of a lead, and then these two started reeling him back in. The 14 is blinking a little bit, but it doesn't look too bad right now. The 14 does have damage down the side of his truck. He's got some scraping going on over the number. But the 14 and 26 are definitely running Arnold down. I don't know if maybe they were saving a little bit of tire and they're running him down, or if they've just figured out a different way to get around this track and they're getting closer to him. But we have now 10 laps to go in the turn down for what Phoenix race, second race of the season. Currently, Josh Arnold is leading the field with Lehman second, Hunter Peach third, Millsap fourth, Shad Swartzworth fifth, Rivers sixth, Kionis seventh, Pierce eighth, Murphy ninth, and Allen 10th.
'69 of Rivers just took away the 5th spot from Shad there.
14's trying to get to the 22. He's there. He's just got to figure out a way to get around him. I don't think that inside line like that's going to hold, because I think Hunter's going to get a big run down this front stretch, but he might be able to push the 14 to the 22.
They might be working a little bit together to try to catch up to him. Not much, but the drafties can still play a little bit around here. I think those old tires are starting to hurt Shad. I don't know if he's got some damage left.
Oh, he's on new tires, or newer tires. He's on the freshest tires than anybody around. Actually, no, sorry. Rivers now has the freshest tires at 18 or 19 lap old tires. Shad's got 24 lap old tires. Kionis has 24 lap old tires. Murphy has 19 lap old tires, but the front 4 are all on 41 lap old tires. The fuel is what's concerning me. I thought the fuel run would be 30 to 45. We have 8 to go, and they've run 41 laps. However, about 10 of those laps were under caution.
So, I mean, it's only unless you pull somebody into the booth and, hey, ask them, but we don't need to distract anybody right now. It's only 10 to go, for sure. 7 to go. But they're about to be 3 wide for 6th. Murphy decided to back off, though.
Rivers has actually gotten past Millsap. He's up to 4th. He's closing in on these leaders. He's one of the fastest trucks on track right now. But he has the freshest of tires compared to everybody else in the top 10. And it looks like Kionis just got past Shad. I think that damage is what's really hurting Shad.
That's what I'm thinking. I was thinking he still got damage, couldn't have a quick repair, or whatever it was.
I think he did have a quick repair. I just think he didn't want to take the time to come down and fast repair it, hoping that there would be another caution, which there was. Yeah. So I don't know why he didn't come down, but this late in the race, I don't know if he'd been able to make it through the field. to get back up there, so that might have been why he didn't, but still. Top 3, 26 did get around in the 14, so Hunter Peach has moved into second. Lehman has fallen to third, but Rivers is coming. Rivers is now 2 seconds back from these top 3, and he is the fastest truck on track.
He has enough time to catch him. There's only 4 to go.
Yeah, there's 4 to go, but he's
26 is pulling down on the 22s.
He's running about 4/10 faster than these guys, so he's only running about close to half a second faster. He's 2 seconds back, so he might be to the back of Lehman and make the podium, but I don't think he'll catch the front 2.
Yeah, it looks like Lehman's falling a little bit off the pace.
Yeah, he's only about a second behind Lehman right now. You should start to see him coming into the picture here. Lehman's really working on Arnold, though. He's really going to try to find a way to get to him. I'm wondering if Hunter will try to give him a little bit of a bump coming out of one of these corners to try to get past him. I don't know Hunter to be, that type of driver, but, I mean, a win is a win. Ooh, somebody's really slow up there.
37.
All right. He's barely rolling, but
There's 2 laps to go, Peach. If you're going to make a move, the time is now.
you can see him searching. He's going in and out and in and out, trying to find a lane to get around Arnold. Rivers has caught Lehman, though.
They're coming to the white flag right now. Let's see if they can each make a move, gain a position right here at the end.
Peach is trying that dog leg. He's getting
He's
trying
everything
everything he can. He just can't get to the back bumper of Arnold. I don't think so. I think Arnold's going to take this one. As we go into the final turn. Oh, no. Okay.
That was it.
So that was the finish line. Yeah. I forgot this one.
Arnold first.
Okay, so
Peach
that's my
second,
fault.
Lehman is third.
I thought it was the new construction, but it's yeah. I thought the finish line was in the corner still.
Been a little while.
Yeah. So, a few bumps and bangs to Arnold as his teammates or friends are coming around, giving him a few bumps. I'm sure he's going to be ecstatic when he comes into the booth. Probably going to burn him down as well. I believe that's his 4th or 5th league win between NNR and now Turned Down for What. I believe he won 2 or 3 races last season at Turned Down for What. And then I believe he won 1 race at NNR, and now he's won another race in Turned Down for What. So I'm sure he's going to be ecstatic to get that win. I'm pretty sure he finished in the top 5, or was he second? He was second last week at Daytona. So that should be your points leader at the end of this race. Let me go ahead and try to grab them and get them in here. So we got Arnold burning them down at the finish line. I think he's going to burn those ones down until he blows an engine. So.
Looks like he's blown the engine.
Griff, can you hit the push to talk and tell those guys the top 3 to come into the booth with you? There we go. I figured we'd wait a little while as Josh was burning them down over there, so give him his due and let him burn them down. Somebody's burning them down through turn 1 and 2. Oh, it's Rivers. All right, so we are in the post race here. I'm going to be interviewing the top three with Bod Fusion as my commentator in the booth with me. Third place goes to Nate Lehman, or otherwise my old commentator that bailed on me, Commando Griff. Lehman, you out there?
Yeah, I gotcha.
All right, buddy. Coming home third tonight. You had some speed for sure. That first run or two, and then looks like you and Cole got into a little incident there, and then you fought your way back up into the top five. Ended up being third tonight. You were running second for a little while there, and then Hunter got around you. Um, did you have anything for Josh? And then I guess what's your outlook on the rest of the season and maybe some expectations for next week?
Yeah, there at the end, I felt like there on those first couple laps on the restart, I was a lot better in one and two. I was able to kind of close in on his back bumper, but he had me beat in three and four pretty good. And then once Hunter got around me, I just got extremely tight and couldn't get the car or the truck to rotate for some reason. But yeah, we overcame a little adversity there from the start. Got lucky not to get very much damage, about 20 seconds worth in that spin. Um, didn't even use my fast repair, unfortunately, so probably had a little damage on the truck there at the end. But it's a good race. Congrats again to J-Paw on the win, and a 2-3 finish there for Checkmate Motorsports is pretty awesome.
Did you say 1, 2, 3? Is that what you said?
2-3, second, third, second, third.
Uh-huh.
No affiliation, promise.
Kind of looked like the same rim color to me, but yeah. So you guys are all friends. You guys all run together. Two different teams, but you guys were definitely trying to put it to Josh, but just he's figured out this iRacing thing. He's now won different tracks other than super speedways. I think that's a bad sign for the rest of you guys if he's winning as much as he is on super speedways, and now he's starting to win at these other technical tracks. You guys might need to watch out. But great job on finishing third. Definitely put on a show tonight, going from the front to the back to then back to the front, finishing third. Any shout outs for you?
Yeah, just shout out again to all the guys that showed up tonight. It's a fun group to race with. Shout out to Papa Bear for running the whole league, doing a great job there. Shout out to my smoking hot wife, and obviously shout out to my teammates.
You suck up. But all right, definitely appreciate you putting on a show, and look forward to seeing what you do next week at Vegas. If you can roll the dice and maybe jump another 2 spots and get your first win. But
Yeah, appreciate it.
definitely look forward to that. And Bod, if you want to take Mr. Peach, and I'll take the winner, Mr. Arnold.
Absolutely sounds good. Congrats on third there, Nathan. It was a good run. So Hunter, you started up there pretty fast. You had a fast truck all night. But coming down to those final laps, we could really see you searching, trying to find any little bit of track that you could find to catch Arnold. What was going through your mind?
Yeah, I didn't want to wreck him for the win. I'm not very experienced at pushing people out of the way, so I didn't want to give him the bumper because I didn't really trust it enough. I felt he was a little bit better in 1 and 2. I feel like I just wish we had more green flag runs to kind of experiment around a little bit more. But 3 and 4 for sure, I felt a little bit better. But either way, it was a very fun race. Didn't really expect to run up here all day. Didn't expect to get the pole, so I count it as pretty much a win for me.
Yeah, pole position is nothing to be ashamed of. So you got a great run, a great fast truck, but with all these cautions that kept going on, what was going through your mind and your strategy wise, thinking about using your quick repair if you had any damage, if you needed to use your extra set of tires, what was going through your mind?
Nothing really. Just stay focused and just don't worry. Just don't get stuck back there and just keep the track position and just stay up front. Try to get no trouble. Keep out the wall. Basically, this track position was mainly key.
And all these technical tracks, when they get down single file, it's very your position is key. But do you have any shout outs? Anybody you want to thank tonight?
I want to shout out Mike for giving me this opportunity this year to race. I've only raced a couple, but so far it's very competitive. I'm very enjoying it. And want to thank Nathan for allowing me to be on his team and be part of Checkmate Motorsport. Been pretty fun so far. Work really well along. And for you, broadcast, and all these other people, everybody watching, we appreciate y'all for watching the races. Just continue to put on the show.
Well, yeah, you had a great run. Congrats on second, Hunter.
All right, and I guess that's the end of the show. No, I'm just kidding. Josh, I know you're there. I got to hear it in your voice first. How excited are you to get a win at a non super speedway technical track?
Well, that excitement was at Bristol, probably a couple of months ago. But no, tonight was great, man. It was good racing up there at the front. I don't know really what was going on in the back, but I knew track position was going to be key. If not everybody was pitting, wasn't pitting, just because even if you restarted sixth, seventh, eighth, it was going to be dangerous. So I made sure I was tried to restart front row, maybe front two rows the whole race, but no, overall good race. Hate that Swats and Pierce didn't get back up there because they had some really fast cars. But I got to race against some friends, as far as Hunter and Nathan, and hey, Q Dog and hey Millsaps, first top 10 of his turn down for what career. So that's awesome. I think he started right outside the top 10 and stayed right at the back half the whole time. Um, I just, man, I hated Cole got caught up in a couple of things. I know he kind of got hooked on Nathan early in the race, but no, I mean, if you stayed up front on the camera, I mean, it was really good racing between the 1, 3, 22, 26, 14, pretty much time, well, pretty much all day. So, I mean, shout out to everybody. And really it was, you could tell whoever got the jump on the restart was pretty much able to, halfway control the race and be able to, block runs, pick that outside to be able to hold off, get that run off the corners. But and multiple people, you know, could have won tonight. So I mean, I look at least 7 or 8 people on this leaderboard that could have won. I just was lucky enough to, be on the same strategy. That second half, I think I pitted with about 45, 46 laps to go, but all those cautions really, the tires, I mean, are really started to even wear there at the very end. I think, shout out to Rivers. He started in the he didn't. I think he didn't like load up to the pit road when we started. So he had to start a lap down or something and really come back. So hit some adversity, come back and finish fourth. So shout out to him, man. A caution, and I would have really been worried about him because he was super quick there at the end. But no, as far as shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for coming out, wasting your time, or spending your time, I should say, doing this. And then thanks to Mike for giving us a place to race. And then of course, shout out to 2614 getting in the booth. 1 and 3 fast all night. Teammates 98, 19, 99. Everybody else that came out tonight, man. It was a good race, and I can't wait till Vegas.
Well, I think you covered just about all of that.
I'm a pro
Definitely,
at this, so
yeah.
better answer.
I think this is what your fifth win league wise from NNR and turned down for what? I think you won what 2 or 3 last week or last year in Xfinity. I know you won Talladega. You won iRacing Super Speedway. Did you win another one in there?
So far, I think this might be my fourth.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought. Okay, so you won Bristol and
Yeah, I
NNR,
got
Talladega and turned down for what? iRacing Super Speedway and turned down for what? Xfinity, and now Phoenix and turned down for what? In trucks. So starting to win at different tracks. You've got short track Bristol. You got a very technical Phoenix win. Talladega on a fuel mileage, and iRacing Super Speedway, which is the fantasy iRacing Super Speedway track, which is really a crapshoot to try to stay up front. So you got
yeah.
the luck. Now we're rolling into Las Vegas. What do you got for luck rolling in there?
As far as the truck series, I feel like I could be competitive. I could probably do a little bit better. Not as good on the cookie cutters, as I'd like to be. But as far as the Xfinity, um, I think I won the practice race in the Xfinity for 6 seconds. So I'm excited to go back there. No, there was a caution with like 3 laps to go. It was up to 6 seconds. So that was Jose won it. But no, I mean I'm my main focus is Xfinity Phoenix in a couple of days because they drive totally different than these trucks tonight, and you're gonna really have to be pay attention to where you're at on track. One wrong move with those Xfinity cars, and that fast repair is back to zero. So
Yeah, I'll be racing in that Phoenix race on Tuesday, and I personally can't stand the Xfinity cars at Phoenix. So I will be riding around in the back, waiting for everybody else to make mistakes and crash out, hopefully. But other than that, I will probably finish in the back half of that race because I cannot figure out how to get into the gas, or I'm just too slow by not getting in the gas. So expectations for Tuesday is not going to be very good for myself, but you are taking a win from trucks at Phoenix. And then did very well in the practice for Phoenix and Xfinity. So definitely looking forward to seeing what you can do Tuesday for Xfinity. Big respect for the big win tonight, leading a lot of laps. You got the extra point for leading a lap. You started second behind Hunter, who was started first. He finished second at the end of the race. So both of you guys were pretty dominant with the race. I think Lehman started third and finished third. So you guys were the top three that started in the front and ended in the front. So that position that you were talking about, staying up front and really having the position towards the front, is what was for sure key. So I don't think I'll be on the front whatsoever on Tuesday, so I don't think I'll have to worry about that. So definitely look forward to that and see what happens next week.
Just go gas only.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
hey, shout out to Mom. I think Mom tuned in tonight. So shout out to her. And then
Was there a name that she was using if she commented?
And she's Cindy Thompson 1. So she might not have commented.
I was gonna say I didn't see a comment, but I'll be able to see if she was in there later on when I check. So
of course, the Xbox Militia, still a good group over there. Old Dog Racing, 3 in the top 10. So that's what it's all about.
well, we definitely look forward to seeing what you can do at Vegas. I know you're getting really good at these trucks with having a full season NNR, now coming over to turn down for trucks. So definitely see what you can do the rest of the season. I believe you should be the points leader after finishing second last week at Daytona and now finishing first at Phoenix. You should be the overall points leader for trucks with Murphy finishing seventh. I think he might have fallen out of first or fallen out of second place, but overall great race for everybody. Appreciate everybody out there in the chat. Appreciate all the viewers. Duct Tape's family that was out there rooting for him. He brought it home sixth, so big shout out for the family of Duct Tape, or for Millsap. You guys always tuning in and everything. And then everybody else out there that was tuning in, maybe for the first time or if you're a frequent viewer, definitely appreciate all you guys out there watching. And I know Papa definitely puts on a great show with the trucks and Xfinity and Modified Series on Thursdays. So definitely look forward to tuning in Tuesday to Rick James TV 1 on Twitch and follow him. Do whatever you got to do to try to watch that race on Tuesday and watch these guys go around and see if Josh Arnold can sweep the weekend. But other than that, I appreciate everybody, and we will catch you guys. Well, you can catch me Tuesday from my point of view racing on Phoenix, but probably is not going to be a good view from my side of it. And then Friday, you can catch me for PSES, and then back here Sunday for the super late models and trucks again. So appreciate everybody out there, and have a great night.